Hey there folks, I'm Scott, and okay, here's a little recap for those of you who might not know how Scott Plays Bad Games All Hammered got started. So, I've got a younger brother, and for a while now we've had a tradition for birthdays, Christmases, any kind of gift-giving occasion. We've always got each other a really good game, and we've got each other a really bad game, like a proper stinker, and weirdly enough, usually more effort goes into finding the bad game than the good game. I've came up with some doozies. There was that 3D Ultima that was terrible. I once got him 10 copies of the same FIFA game, but yeah, the year, quite recently, it may have been last year actually, that he went out of his way to find a mint condition boxed copy of Rise of the Robots for the Amiga. Yeah. That's worth a round of applause, and I would be remiss if we didn't at least have a look at this game. So let's do it. The weird thing about Rise of the Robots is there was so much hype for it, like an unbelievable amount. People were really looking forward to this game. And at first glance, just at the menu screen, you can see why. You've got some really nice music in the background, you've got these nice it looks good, it looks exciting. Okay, so again, it looks pretty good, all things considered. Prepare for combat. Now, there's no music, so it does lack a little bit of atmosphere. Some nice sound effects, but there's one big problem, and that's how it controls, or doesn't control. For any normal beat 'em up, what you normally want to do is, if you have no idea what you're doing, you can button bash, right? But you'll notice, right up at the top left, you've got this power bar. Oh, well, you won't now, because I've murdered it, so wait for it to come back. There we go, energy, NRG, and power. If I hold down the action button, it goes up. If I hold it down and then press a direction, we get a strike, so there's a kick. If I press back, we get this nice roundhouse kick, and it does look nice. If I press forward and jump, or forward and up rather, I get this lovely fly kick, and the longer I hold down the power bar, the more powerful my strike's going to be. And in some ways that would be interesting. Oh, I've got to insert this too, hold on. Okay, so I've inserted this too, and it's just showing me a picture of a dead and broken robot. And that's it, that's all it was doing. It's just sort of reminding me that I've murdered one of my own. This is the part that confuses me, right? It's called Rise of the Robots. But your character's not technically a robot. I think it's a cyborg, so part human, part robot. And all I seem to do in this game is kick the shit out of robots. I don't see robots actually rising very much, so much as getting the utter shite beaten out of them. So, as I was saying, the whole control system where you essentially hold down the action button to see how hard your shot's going to be, and then you press a direction and that kind of tells you what kind of strike you're going to do. It could be interesting if you think about it. In a kind of Dark Souls-y kind of way. It could mean that instead of a sort of frantic button basher, oh, you cheeky bastard. Yeah, instead of a frantic button bashing affair, you could maybe, it could be more strategic. Like, almost like Dark Souls. Well, okay, nowhere near like Dark Souls, but you know what I get, like, a more measured, thought out way of fighting. Except it doesn't fucking work. Because the AI is terrible. If these robots are trying to rise, I don't hold out much hope for them, because they're all thick as shit. I mean, to win, all I really need to do is just keep, even if they block, just keep wearing away at them. That's all I need to do. Boop. Chip away at them, figuratively and I guess literally, because they are robots. You can see little bits of metal chipping away in the floor there. And boom. Final result, Cyborg wins. And then, that thing where it makes me, I promise I'd make no disc swapping jokes, but I find it weird that they make me swap a disc just to show me the robot that I just murdered. Right, disc 3, okay. And there, oh god, he's even got the hand on the heart. Like, you know, like, how could I? How could you? Brother, why would you do this? I feel quite guilty now. Alright, disc 4. One thing I will say about the graphics, the pre-rendered thing, it looks pretty cool. I can't remember off the top of my head if this is pre-Donkey Kong Country or not. But it does miss the scrolling backgrounds of games like Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat. And anyone who says, oh, it's the Amiga, no, the Amiga had scrolling backgrounds, that's what Shadow of the Beast was fucking for. Makes it feel more like a Flash game you would have found on Newgrounds back in the day, and by back in the day I mean late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, disc 4, we're going to get the sort of death thing. It's actually kind of weird. It's almost like I'm collecting photos of my victims. Rise of the Robots is more of a chronicle of a serial killer, really, if you think about it. Like, Street Fighter 2 gave you the character portrait of your enemy kind of all bloodied up and stuff, like you'd want to fight. Look, there's oil and, like, the robot equivalent of blood and shit on the floor. I murdered the Crusher. I straight up murdered the Crusher. I'm not a good robot. I guess it's innovative that technically I'm playing the bad guy. One thing I do like is that as you go through the enemies, you progress from just like, you know, like worker robots, like, you know, dock loaders and stuff, to actual fighty looking robots like this guy here. He looks like he could actually fuck someone up. Doesn't make an actual iota of difference to the gameplay though. This guy's cool. Say what you want about the rest of the game, this guy looks pretty cool. He looks like he could kick some ass, you know what I'm saying? Again, the game looks good. There's some decent animation in here. Some actual work went into this. It's smooth. And the guy's still going down. Yeah, all I have to do right now for this guy, because I've got a longer reach on him, I just have to hold action and left. That's it. That's all I had to do. I mean, this could go on for a while. That's even worse. It's not just a dead robot. It's me standing over a robot that I've murdered. So, this is a bit of the game I don't like. Remember how I said you could basically cheat and just chip away? Well, what it does is after you get that big red boy there, it puts you all the way back to the start and makes you fight all these people again, except this time when they block, it takes away no damage whatsoever. Which suddenly takes the game from easy fucking impossible, because all they do is block. And so ends my adventure with Rise of the Robots. A game where the robots don't really rise very much, and you're not actually a robot, and the controls don't work. It's a shame, like, yeah, see, look, human after all. It's a person in there, now dead. That's the thing that gets me, is it's not like work didn't go into this. The look is fantastic. Fuck what anyone says with retrospect. At the time, that looked amazing. But there isn't a game. At all. You know, if the robots did rise, and they saw this, we would deserve to die.